Enrique lives with his mom and dad, two older brothers, and maternal grandmother. His family immigrated to the U.S. from El Salvador in 2000 and were able to obtain green cards on the basis of existing family members who were U.S. citizens, as well as work-based. His grandmother received a green card as she was a widow and fell under special immigration circumstances. Enrique's brothers were ages 2 and 7 when they immigrated, but Enrique was born in 2001, making him a first-generation American by virtue of birthright citizenship. His parents and grandmother went through the naturalization process and became citizens in 2007, automatically granting citizenship to his brothers. Enrique's mother works in a preschool and his father works construction. His mother often works a split shift, so she goes into work from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then returns for work from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So she's not home in the morning when he leaves for school and does not get home until later in the evening. Enrique's father is a hard worker, and when they arrived in the U.S., was working 60 to 70-hour weeks. In 2006, work began to slow significantly for Enrique's father, and by 2008, he was unemployed, and since then it has been hard for him to maintain consistent employment. Enrique's home life is chaotic. His oldest brother enlisted in the military out of high school and has served for the past 4 years. It has been over a year and a half since his last leave. His other brother is 17, a senior in high school, and an honors student. He doesn't spend a lot of time at home except to eat or sleep, as his extracurricular activities take up his time outside of school. Enrique's grandmother does not leave the house except to go to Mass. She cooks, which is helpful to his mother, but the rest of her hours are often spent in her room watching telenovelas. Enrique's mom does part-time medical billing outside of her normal preschool work hours to make extra money. She is responsible for the family's shopping and cleaning the house as well. Enrique's father works sporadically when construction jobs are available. He suffers from depression and often clashes with his mother-in-law over the family's financial situation. Enrique does not receive a lot of support at home in regards to his education. His parents both speak English, but his father still has a thick accent. His grandmother knows minimal English and prefers to speak Spanish. When the family speaks in English, it upsets her because she doesn't understand what they're saying, and so she frequently demands that they speak in Spanish at home. Enrique has been identified as profoundly gifted and talented. His test scores are well above average, in the top 3% on his state assessment tests for his grade level. Gifted and talented students typically have one or more of the following: a high general intellect, specific academic aptitude, creativity, leadership ability, and visual or performing artistry. Enrique scored high in math and English language arts on his state assessments. He excels at drawing and sketching and likes anything that allows his creativity to flow. His mentor, a graphic designer, encourages his work. Enrique is English proficient, but Spanish is the most frequently spoken language in his house, so he falls under English as a second language. He exhibited a strong desire to learn in English in his parents' native language. He frequently emulates popular El Salvadoran art when he meets with his mentor. Enrique is able to interpret and translate for peers and adults at high levels of accuracy. He eagerly shares culture, is able to code switch, meaning he can switch between English and Spanish easily during a conversation, and could probably learn a second or third language at an accelerated pace, but has not had the opportunity as foreign language classes are not offered at his school. He has an awareness of other cultures and languages, and because he is English proficient, he not only reads in Spanish almost 3 grades above his grade level, he is at the same level in English as well. He has a strong sense of pride in his own culture. He loves it when his grandmother makes pupusas and empanadas, and is not embarrassed that his family speaks Spanish at home. Enrique's giftedness puts him in the top 2 to 3% of the general student population. Nature likely causes Enrique to have a dominance of right hemisphere activity and activation of more regions of the brain. It is also likely that he has highly efficient and flexible neural functioning that allows for greater connectivity among brain regions, making it easier for him to switch regions during a task and allows for greater speed and accuracy. Nurture could also cause Enrique's giftedness. He comes from a loving family, although time and financial resources are limited. He has an involved mentor that helps cultivate his love of art, especially graphic design. His teachers are missing his talent, but with the right recognition, an improved school environment with proper instruction could help him soar. Even though IDEA recommends a non-discriminatory evaluation process, it does not mandate one because gifted and talented services do not fall under IDEA. The state of Arizona dictates that Enrique take the AZ Merit Test for Math and English Language Arts Assessment. He has exceeded standards on both of these tests and is in the top 97% of students in the state of Arizona. Although under Arizona standards, Enrique's school is required to test him and provide some sort of gifted curriculum, the state laws do not define that curriculum. Enrique's school district is struggling with funding. They break down their different programs between the middle schools, and unfortunately, the school that he goes to isn't the one that has the gifted program. At middle school level, he has access to accelerated classes, but his grades are only average. Depending on the class, gifted students are occasionally organized into a cluster group, but because of Enrique's grades, his teacher has overlooked his state test scores. What could help Enrique get excited and involved in learning? The first thing that would help is differentiated instruction, which focuses on implementing instruction that matches the strengths and needs of each gifted learner and offers opportunities for individualized responses. Enrique is artistic and might improve if he could utilize his talents in the learning process. Fostering self-determination would help Enrique because it could teach him to self-advocate for appropriately differentiated instruction. Enrique's parents love him and want to see him do well, but they are stressed and busy and do not realize that he is not getting what he needs at school. Consequently, Enrique doesn't know how to get what he needs and continues to just get by. Enrique is bright, but often doesn't turn his homework in and gets frustrated easily when taking tests. He is bored in math and could actually benefit from acceleration. His math skills are actually 1 to 2 grades ahead of his current class, but he is bored and daydreams and turns in lower quality work. If properly identified, he could be placed in an accelerated class, which would likely have a positive impact on academic achievement. Enrique needs curriculum extension to expand the breadth and depth of coverage of any given topic. He gets bored with endless repetition in class and gets off track. Moving his studying beyond the rote exercises he usually performs would give him a chance to be creative and push his critical thinking skills. Enrique's hectic home life makes it hard for him to memorize information. He is frequently under stress and remembering can be difficult. This results in a difficulty moving up the range of cognitive taxonomies, ordered lists of cognitive skills or activities that can be used to differentiate expectations. By expanding on the teaching techniques currently used in class, he could get help with his remembering skills and move further into understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. Fortunately, Enrique is about to get a new science teacher. This teacher will recognize that Enrique has something special about him. He'll bring it to the attention of the school and then Enrique's parents. A world of learning is about to be opened up to this gifted and talented student because a teacher knew what to look for.